Happy Tuesday. This is Tuesday Live Yoga, and today we are doing it for newbies, anybody who has never done yoga before, who hasn't maybe done it a whole lot before, or who hasn't been on a mat in a very long time but never really got into it before. This is your opportunity to really dive in, and we're going to keep it really simple, so just remember to breathe and don't be shy. All right, so let's go ahead and come to the center of our mat. And if you're like me, I always want to have something to drink. Sometimes we may breathe down the wrong path as we're swallowing our saliva or something rather. So always try to remember to have a little something to sip on. And of course, preferably water. Today I'm drinking hot water with lemon and honey. And it's a beautiful day, so I wanted it to show the beauty around us for today. I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side, and I'm gonna read you a quote that very much applies to your practice of being a new student. It says, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Epictetus. Or Epictetus. I don't know how to say it, but I want you guys to focus not on the fact that you have a downward dog or a child's pose, but on the fact that you are working toward it, or that you could have one. The thing about yoga is like a journey. You're always working towards something, and even when you get the pose, then you're working on holding the pose, right? So I want you guys to not be like, oh no, I don't have a downward dog, but definitely just like sink in and be like, well, I'm here and I'm gonna do what I have, which is whatever I have, you know? So with that being said, go ahead and maybe fold your legs if you're not already there. Palms down for grounding or up for receiving. And I apologize for all the natural noise, always playing with, all the imperfections. Go ahead and close your eyes, maybe gaze at that space in between your eyebrows and just breathe. Simply be here and try to tune out any outside noise and take internal inventory of your body, your brain, your scattered mind. Am I clenching the jaw? Perhaps release it. Am I tightening the shoulders? Perhaps relax them. Am I holding on to my hips? Simply relax the knees, the ankles. Just breathe here, paying attention to your breath. Not changing too much the quality of how you arrived. Just simply allow your body, your brain to arrive to your mat or your universe. Floating your hands to your heart center as you bow your chin to your chest in gratitude. Being grateful for what we have versus what we could have or wish we had. Let's focus on what we do have. Go ahead and release your hands out in front of you, interlacing the fingers against one another. Thumbs together. Tucking the chin slightly for a tall neck. Reaching through the crown of your head, relax the shoulders. Go ahead and exhale, belly button towards spine, lift the torso. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Inhale through your nose into your low belly. And then exhale, belly towards spine. 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. This time as you inhale through your nose into your low belly, rise the breath to your low ribs. Inhale through your nose. Up the ribs. Keep the torso lifted. Exhale, ribs. Exhale, belly towards spine. 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale, ribs. Exhale, belly. Last one. Inhale through your nose. Into the ribs. Expand the ribs. Exhale, hug the ribs in. Belly towards spine. Keep the torso lifted. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Last one. And then go ahead and exhale. And then for the last round, we're going to rise the breath all the way to our chest, extending the clavicles, the heart. Inhale through your nose into your belly, up the ribs, and into the chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and then belly. 2 more rounds. Inhale here. Just really expand the chest as much as possible. And last round. Inhaling through your nose. Up the ribs and into the chest. Exhale the chest, ribs, and then belly. Go ahead and blink softly, open your eyes, take a look at what's around you. Getting acquainted with the new colors. Everything might seem brighter. And then go ahead and place your hands back down to your knees. Go ahead and inhale forward, scoop the belly, look up. As you exhale, go ahead and choose a side and round toward it, creating a big giant circle all the way as you exhale. As you come forward, go ahead and inhale. And don't worry, we'll take it the other way too, but not yet. Take 2 rounds on each side. As you come through the back of your body, go ahead and exhale. Go ahead and inhale all the way until you reach all the way across your body. And then go ahead and exhale as you come forward, around, through the back of your body. Beautiful. And then as you come forward, go ahead and inhale 1 more time. As you reach the back of your body, go ahead and exhale, round your back. Just really getting some movement here, nothing too crazy. Go ahead and inhale as you come all the way across your body. And then go ahead and come back through center. And then open your arms out into a T, palms facing the earth. Reach through your fingertips. Exhale, press the earth down. Inhale, lift it. Hug the universe all the way around and up. Reach through your fingertips, palms facing one another. Gaze at that space in between your hands. Palms meet together. Bring it down to your heart center. as you scoop all the way around and out back to a T. Go ahead and release your left arm down and then swoop your other arm around across your body and then lean into that bottom elbow. And go ahead and open your armpit up toward the ceiling or the sky just slightly. Make sure that your opposite hip isn't coming up with you. Just keep your hips down. Go ahead and bring it forward. As you bring both of your hands out in front of you, just give yourself a nice little bend. Bring it back up. Open your arms out into a T and then go ahead and you release. 1 second, you guys. Pardon. Go ahead and open your arms out into a T. And then go ahead and release your right arm down wherever it reaches the earth, swooping your opposite arm across your body, reaching up toward the sky. Keep your arm nice and straight, leaning into the bottom elbow. And then open the armpit up toward the sky. Gaze over it. And then go ahead and bring it all the way forward, bringing both of your hands out with you. Bending at your elbows and scoop it up as you round your spine, bring it back to center. Go ahead and open your legs out in front of you. Bring your arms by your hips, feet together, and then inhale, scoop it up as if you're going, and then bend at your legs as if you're going into a backwards tabletop, just really opening up the shoulders right here, and then seat it back down, folding at your knees over to bring them behind you. Plant your hands out in front of you, palms are spread wide, fingertips facing forward. Your knees are below your hips. Go ahead and bend at your elbows, scoop them in towards your ribs as you come forward and down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale up, swoop for Cobra. And then round it as you come back to your child's pose. This is a resting pose. You can use it at any time to come back and rest, catch your breath. Go ahead and look up at your hands and then come up to a tabletop. Again, knees below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. Go ahead and drop the belly as you inhale, look up for cat-cow. Exhale, round the spine, chin toward chest, like a Halloween cat. Go ahead and drop the belly for cow. Inhale as you look up. Go ahead and gaze over your left shoulder to see if you can gaze at your left hip or left heel without moving your heel. And then go ahead and gaze over your opposite foot, opposite side. Let me see if you can stay in line, not curving your back too much. Gazing at the right hip or the right heel. And then go ahead and come back through center. Curl your left toes under. And then go ahead and lengthen through the leg. Press your shoulders away from the earth. And then lift that left leg out in behind you. Toes are looking down at Mother Earth. Go ahead and look out in front of you, something that's not moving. And then if available to you, you can walk your hands out in front of you, your right hand to the opposite side. And if available to you, you can lift that arm, palm facing midline, and then release it down. Go ahead and drop your heels to a child's pose. Don't get too comfortable. Inhale, rise it up. Go ahead and Tuck your right toes under, lengthen through the leg, lift it up, toes facing the earth. Alright, look ahead of you and see for something that's not moving, a drishti pulling, just a little dot somewhere. And walk that left hand out in front of you slightly. Press your right shoulder away from the earth. Tuck the belly toward the spine. If available to you, lift that left arm up, palm facing midline. And then go ahead and exhale, release it down. Curl your toes under on both feet. Lift the knees off of the ground. Bring your shoulders above a little bit past your wrists. And then lengthen through the legs, top of a plank. Alright, so this is the length of your downward facing dog. Go ahead and bend at your knees, press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Go ahead and lengthen through the legs here, belly towards spine. Rotate your shoulders outward. Press your shoulders away from the earth. So you lift your hips just a little bit higher. Relax the neck. Beautiful, you guys. Alright, look up at your hands. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Release the left knee down. Top of your foot is also on the mat. And go ahead and inhale, bring your arms up with you. If this isn't available to you, bring your hands to your hips. See how my knee is above my ankle. It's not tracking too much past. Go ahead and keep it there. See also if you can bring the outer edge of your foot parallel to the outer edge of your mat. So you're slightly pigeon-toed. And then really just ground all four corners of your feet into the mat. Alright, so from your hands to your hips, if it's available to you, you can inhale your arms all the way around and up. And then open into a goddess pose. Stay right here, or you can interlace your fingers behind you, really curl your shoulders back. If this is too much of a challenge, you can really just stay with your hands at your hips. Try not to go too far where you injure yourself. Plant your hands out in front of you once again. And then, bring your hands closer toward you and then lengthen through that front leg, toes facing the sky. Just really opening up the hamstrings here, bend at your knee, do it one more time. Remember to inhale through your nose, into your belly, up the ribs and into the chest. And then bring your hands out in front of you now, and then curl your back toes under, lift the knee off the ground. If available to you, you can bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder, and then go ahead and open to your right side body here. You can keep your hands on your low back, or you can open it up toward the side, palm facing away from you, gaze at your thumb. Engage the left leg, tightening up the glutes, engage the thigh. Beautiful. And then go ahead and release that right palm down. Step that right foot back, top of a plank. Bring your shoulders just slightly above your wrists. Beautiful. Lengthen through the legs, belly towards spine. Bend your knees deeply as you press your hips up and back. Roll your shoulders out. Begin to lengthen through the legs. And then you press your belly button back toward your spine, chest toward thighs, and then hips up high. Go ahead and look up at your hands and step that left foot forward. Between your hands, remember the outer edge of your foot is parallel to the outer edge of the mat. So you're slightly pigeon-toed. Release the right knee down. Top of your foot also comes on the mat. Beautiful. And then go ahead and lift your torso. Knee is above ankle. All right. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. Now you can stay right here, or you can inhale your arms up. And then open your arms into goddess pose. Circle it all the way down. Interlacing your fingers behind you. Really pulling the shoulders back. Gazing up slightly. Or anywhere that's not moving, that won't, make you tilt over. Go ahead and bring yourself forward one more time. And then go ahead and lengthen through the left leg. Toes come up. And just breathe here. Remember to inhale through your nose into your belly. Go ahead and bend at the knee and bring it back. Constantly, you want to lengthen through the torso instead of feeling dumpy and mopey. You want to really just like lift the belly button back towards your spine, engage the torso. All right, bend that knee. Step your hands out in front of you. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Curl the right toes under. Lift that right leg up. And then go ahead and open your body toward the left side. And then you can bring your hand behind your back here, or you can always open it up toward the sky and gaze at your thumb. Press that right shoulder away from the earth. And then engage the right thigh, the right glute. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring it back down. Step that left foot back, top of a plank. Release your knees down to the mat. Bend your elbows, hug them in toward your ribs as you come forward and down toward your chin. Your glutes are in the air, tops of your feet are now on the mat. Inhale as you swoop up for cobra. And draw your shoulders back. Inhale for your little baby cobra. Press your hips back toward your child's pose. Go ahead and look up at your hands as you come up to your hero pose. And then go ahead and sit on your heels. And all right, from here you're going to walk your hands back behind you. And make sure that you have a nice length here. If available to you, see if you can walk your hands just a little bit closer toward your feet. And then lift your glutes off of your feet just a little bit at a time. Maybe gaze at something in the ceiling that's not moving. Begin to open your shoulders. Lifting the belly toward the sky. Go ahead and bring it back. All right, you guys, come back to your child's pose with just your head here. Keep breathing. Maybe grab your hands and give your low back a gentle massage. ahead and bring it back up. Go ahead and sit on your torso. Sit on your heels. And then go ahead and bring your hands back behind you one more time. And then see if you can lift your knees so that you start to stretch the tops of your feet. Maybe you want to do one leg, lift it up a little bit higher. Release it down. Maybe you want to do the other side. You always want to do both sides. And then bring it down. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and step our hands out in front of us. And we're going to walk our feet outside of our hands for a yogi squat. So your feet are facing outward. Your arms come inside of your knees. Your elbows are going to help push your knees outward. Palms meet one another. And then press your hands in prayer pose into your heart center. Lift your torso. And then see if you can sink your hips a little bit deeper toward the earth as you lift the crown of your head just a little bit higher. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Breathe here. One more exhale. Go ahead and inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and release your hands out in front of you. This is one of my favorite stretches. So you're going to scoop your right arm in front of your knee and out to the side, palms on the earth. And then you can either use your opposite hand to hold on to your knee and then open this way. Or if available to you, you can open that left arm up. Keep breathing here. Your breath is your vehicle for energy and whatever it is you want to do. Bring that left arm down, and we're going to take it the opposite way. So bring that left arm, basically like the back of your armpit is inside of your knee, and then your left arm scoops out to the side, and then your opposite hand can hold on to your knee, your opposite knee of course, or if available it can open up toward the sky, gazing at your thumb. Breathe here into your belly. And then go ahead and bring it back down. Oh, I love that one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sit on our boat pose. So we're gonna sit on our sacrum, and then we're going to recline back. Now, hands come slightly behind us. We're gonna press our chest up. See how that happened? And we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. Keep your knees bent here. And we're going to release the left leg, extend about an inch off of the ground, and then bring it up. Right leg. Go ahead and exhale, bring it up. Inhale, left leg. Extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, right leg, extend. Exhale, bring it in. One more time. Left leg as you inhale. Exhale. Right leg as you inhale. And bring it in. Good job. All right, go ahead and don't let your feet touch the ground. And then see if you can give yourself a hug. If you must, let only your big toes make connection with the earth. All right? Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Beautiful. then go ahead and circle your knees back behind you one more time. Bring your hands out in front of you. All right, so you are on a tabletop right now. Knees below the hips, hands below the shoulders. And then we're gonna curl our toes, top of a plank. Press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look up at your hands and step your right foot forward. And look at the outer edge of your foot that it's parallel to the outer edge of the mat. Now your left leg is gonna stay lengthened, and then you're gonna pivot your foot just slightly at a 45-degree angle. Go ahead and inhale, bring your torso up. So here we're going to get ourselves into a warrior one. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our front foot. Outer edge of the foot is parallel to the outer edge of the mat, and the knee is above the ankle. Voila. Now look back at your back foot. It's slightly at a 45-degree angle, and you want to really press through that outer edge of your foot. Pretend like someone's pulling you from the back of your knee, so you really want to lengthen that back leg. And then when you look ahead, see if you can open that knee just slightly. Grab your hips, face them forward to the front edge of the mat. Beautiful. Keep lengthening through the back leg. Keep the right knee bent. All right. If available to, you can stay right here with your hands at your hips. But if you can take it one step further, you got two options. You can bring your arms out into a goddess pose, or you can inhale your arms all the way up toward the sky, palms facing one another. Keep lengthening through that back leg. Hips are squared to the front edge of the mat. Peek slightly down at your pinky toe. If you can't see it, open that knee. Now, here's the tricky part. Belly towards spine. Lift the torso. Beautiful. Arms by your ears. All right, good job. Go ahead and bring your hands down to your heart center. As you inhale, come forward for humble warrior. Coming into the inside of your body or your knee. And then step both of your hands down to the mat. Step that right foot back, top of a plank. Release your knees onto the earth. Hug your elbows toward your ribs. Come forward and down. Inhale up for cobra. Tops of the feet are together. And on the mat, and press yourself back to a child's pose. Don't get too comfortable. Inhale, come through your tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lengthen the legs and top of a plank. Bend at your knees as you press your hips up and back. Rotate your shoulders out. Lengthen through the arms. Then begin to lengthen through the legs. Relax the neck here. Shake out some nose. Belly towards spine, heart or chest toward thighs, hips up high. Go ahead and look up at your hands and step that left foot forward. Nice. And then we're gonna lift our torso up. So left foot is parallel to the outer edge of the mat on the outside. And then we're going to release the back foot down, and we're going to really engage through the outer edge of our back foot or heel. So we're going to really pretend like someone's pulling something from the back of the knee. We're going to square the hips forward, and we're going to deepen into this front knee, so we're going to really bend it here. Beautiful. This is very challenging, you guys. See if you can rotate that back thigh inward, and that'll really give you strength through the knee. All right, so you can keep your hands at your hips. You can open them into goddess pose. You can inhale your arms all the way up. palms facing together. All right. You're gonna keep lengthening through that back leg. Peek at your front knee. See if you can look at your pinky toe. Belly towards spine. Chest is nice and lifted. Your arms right by your ears. Hold it here. Keep breathing. One more breath. Excellent. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center for prayer pose. And then go ahead and bring your torso inside of your knee for humble warrior. Then go ahead and step your hands down onto the mat as you step that left foot back, top of a plank. And then you're going to release your knees onto Mother Earth. Hugging your elbows toward your ribs, come forward and down. Go ahead and drop all the way to your belly. Tops of your feet are on the mat, toes together, heels together. And then go ahead and roll your shoulders back. As you inhale, come up to your cobra. And then go ahead and rest a cheek onto the mat. We're going to take that one more time. So your hands are by your chest. Your heels are together. You're only going to lift as far as your belly button goes. You're going to roll your shoulders back, lift the head, and then begin to press up. Just to your belly button. Keep your shoulders rolled back. Lengthen through the neck. And then go ahead and press yourself to a child's pose. This is going to feel really yummy. Relax the elbows on the mat. Just really breathe here. Go ahead and look up at your hands. And go ahead and come through your tabletop, curl your toes under, top of a plank, and then press yourself up and back for a downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk the dog here. Even though this is something that most teachers are going to instruct you in the beginning of class, I don't always personally. So now that we've opened up the body, go ahead and bend at your right knee. Lengthen through the left. I really like doing this once my body's juiced up. Then go ahead and bend the left leg to lengthen out the right. It's just preference. When you find your own practice, you will know, like, maybe I like to do it all throughout, maybe I like to do it in the beginning. I like to do it toward the middle end. Go ahead and look up at your hands, step your feet one in front of another, and begin to walk yourself up toward the top of your mat for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Go ahead and plant your hands by your sides. If you cannot reach, grabbing onto your shins is totally cool. And then go ahead and look out in front of you. Lengthen out the back, halfway lift. Pressing through the backs of the hamstrings or thighs, backs of the legs. And then go ahead and forward fold. Bring it all the way down. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, just simply let it go. Let go of expectations. Just simply appreciate and own what you have. You can't own something you don't have. So the best pose you got today was Warrior 1.
Or if the best pose you got today was a child's pose, that's where you are. There's no right and there's no wrong. It just is. Alright, with that being said, go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. And then very gently begin to roll yourself up as you stack vertebrae by vertebrae onto one another, keeping your chin tucked, your head being the last thing that will come up. And gaze out in front of you. Go ahead and spread your legs a little bit wider than hip width distance, and then just bring your hands behind your back. Press your hips forward. Just really lengthen through the front of the body here. You can gaze up at something that's not moving, or you can close your eyes. Maybe gaze behind you. Go ahead and bring it back to center. As you hinge at your hips, come forward and down. Go ahead and bend at your right leg. Right palm comes out to the earth. Left leg lengthens and you open your body to the left side. We're going to take it the other way. Left leg bends with your left hand down on the mat. Right leg lengthens and you open your body to the right side. Go ahead and bring both of your hands down as you sink your hips toward your heels, and then you come back on your sacrum, bringing your legs out in front of you into boat pose. Right, lift your chest. If available to you, your arms come by your sides or keep your hands on the mat for grounding. And we're going to lengthen out the leg out in front of us if available to you. If not, you can tap it down. 1. Lengthen out or tap 1. And we'll do that 2 more rounds on each side. So lengthen or tap. Opposite side, lengthen or tap. And 1 more time, lengthen or tap. And opposite side, lengthen or tap. Grab the fronts of your knees. Go ahead and sit your feet on the mat, and then just allow yourself to get one last hug here. We're gonna release our whole body here on our backs to the mat. Just give yourself a hug. Really appreciate your knees. Your knees take on a lot of pressure. All right, so go ahead and release your body to the mat. We're gonna hug the left knee into our heart, lengthen out the right leg away from you. Just really hug it here. Maybe open it up slightly toward your left armpit or left shoulder, either or. And then we're gonna release that left leg down and bring the right leg in. Maybe open it to your right shoulder here. And go ahead and bring the soles of your feet on the mat. Knees are bent, and you're going to inhale, lift your hips up for bridge pose. And then go ahead and release it down. Beautiful. One more time. So go ahead and exhale. So you inhale. Pause the breath, lift the hips, and then exhale while you're up there. Inhale a few times. As soon as you feel your hips drop a little bit, go ahead and lift them back up and keep breathing. One more breath, you guys. Beautiful. Release the knees down. All right, this is one of my favorite poses, you guys. Bring your knees in. Bring your arms in between your knees and grab the outer edges of your feet right there. Now go ahead and open your legs out to the sides into happy baby. Oh, you can't help not to be happy here, right? And then go ahead and lengthen out the right leg. Lengthen out the left leg. Whatever babies do. Beautiful. Alright, lengthen out the right leg out away from you. Maybe take this time, if there's like a movement you want to practice really quick, this would be a time to perform that movement for maybe 60 seconds. Otherwise, if you're pretty spent, go ahead and lengthen out your legs out away from your hips. Trying to see if you can make full body contact with the earth. Opening up your wrists by your sides, palms facing the sky, closing your eyes. And clenching the jaw. Letting go. Of the muscles around your eyes and letting go of the grip of the belly, the shoulders. Relax the ankles. Keep breathing here. Just relax the breath. Breathe normal. Begin to wiggle out your fingertips and toes, breathing into your belly. Gentle movements, maybe stretching your arms over above you, like that morning sunrise. bending your knees and folding into the fetal pose on one side. And then go ahead and press yourself up, keeping your eyes closed as much as possible into your most comfortable seated Sukhasana. Really thanking yourself and taking this time to acknowledge you showing up to your practice. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. Floating your hands to your heart center, bowing your head in gratitude. I want to thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice of yoga. Have a wonderful day. Take this peace and breath with you. Until next Tuesday, namaste. You may blink softly, open your eyes. Good job. Yay. Instagram cut me out. You can find this video on Facebook at Ruba Yogi, and I will upload it on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is simple. It's Miz Ruba. If you have any Venmo donations, I have my Venmo account. It's also Miz Ruba, and I will upload more videos on YouTube soon. One thing is I am reading How to See Yourself as You Really Are by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and that is a series of, it's I forget the word for it, but every day doesn't necessarily begin a fresh start. It is kind of like I read for about 15 to 20 minutes, and wherever it looks good to end, I end there, depending on the time. And I'm trying to make them short videos so that you can read them during a workout, or while you're doing the dishes, or while you're on your commute to or from work. So they're easy listens. I do stutter, and I'm learning English, so so bear with me. But otherwise, guys, go get you some tacos. Thank you so much for joining this newbies live yoga today. So good to have you all come on board. And oh my goodness, how many people came in? Thank you, guys. Awesome. Otherwise, I will see you soon. Bye. Where's the thumbs button?